I played at the University of Minnesota, and Flip was a perfect guy to play with. He never shot. I love those guards. They bring it down and give it to you and get out of the way. And and he could shoot like crazy. I never could understand. We could always beat us at horse, and he never shot enough in the games. But Flip was a great friend. I've known Flip since I was an 18-year-old kid. Came down from Hibbing to down to the University of Minnesota. Flip was one of the first people I met when I came down here. Took me out on my recruiting visit, and we never did make it over to look at campus, but we had a heck of a time. And I assumed campus was by those bigger buildings, so I decided I'd come to the University of Minnesota. And I've known Flip for years, and we go way back. And Flip, the phone rings at 11 o'clock at night, and my wife goes, "It's Flip," and I pick it up, and it's Flip. And then it's usually telling me how his team did and what went on. And he's a basketball junkie, and he loves the game, and he's been a tremendous coach, and he has done a lot of. He's been president of CBA clubs, general managership, knows all the agents, knows all the ins and outs. And I was wondering who was going to do the negotiating because they told me I wasn't a very good negotiator, and I had two agents mad at me after meeting for 5 minutes. We were arguing over salary caps, and the players get paid too much. And they looked at me and they said, "Man, you're an ex-player?" I said, "That's right." And I said, "I thought we got paid too much when I played." And so Flip told me a sign and said, "You're not doing any contracts." He said, "That's not one." So Flip will be doing the contracts. And I'm really excited to have Flip on board. Flip played, as you know, at the University of Minnesota, and he lived in Minnesota for many, many years, and he's really excited to be back home. We're really excited to have him. Flip?
First of all, Kevin, it wasn't that I wouldn't shoot. I was very coachable. I listened to Coach Dutcher. Wasn't allowed to shoot. First of all, I'd like to. What's that? I was going to lay off you, Sid, but I don't know. I might not. I was going to say that this is the only time. It's a great day that we've got Kevin here and Jerry and our new thing. But the biggest, more than anything else, is it's the only time I've seen you where you haven't spilled anything on your tie yet. But what I would like to say really is that I'm happy to be back, myself and my family, and we feel it's a good opportunity. I've got a lot of fond memories of Minnesota, having played here and then of coaching for the next 9 years. And I think more than anything else, I think what Jerry said to kind of reemphasize, I think the direction that this organization is going with the leadership of Glenn and his group and with the leadership of Kevin and Rob and Roger, that I believe that this team and this organization is going to take the next step. It's necessary to be a team that is going to be able to be a playoff contender, and number two, eventually be a team that's going to compete for a championship. And I know after you've lost 60 games in a row for 4 years, it's tough to talk about championships, but I think I've always believed you got to shoot for the top and you've got to work to get there. And with our management group that we have and with our coaching staff, I really believe that this is a great opportunity for this organization to take those steps. And so I'm excited about coming back. And more than anything else, the people of Minnesota, they won't have to read about me anymore in Sid and Charlie's column.
We've got about 8 minutes before Red will be joining us. If you